All right. So you want to tell us what you think what we just explained to you, Lena? Yes. In the continuation of when my family used to go to these Jellin barbecues over in Richmond Hill, my aunt and uncle, their family, my uncle, my mother's older brother, and his wife Mildred and her family and her in-laws, and it was like a whole big. It was a ton of people. As we got older, I tended to forget that we had so many of these gatherings when I was younger. All different kinds of family members coming out of the fucking woodwork. All of a sudden, they would be, it would be like that. Yeah, yeah, Richmond Hill, which was where my family was. Well, they were from all over Queens, but Richmond Hill was a big contingent of them all. The Kimmels, the Higgs, the Jellins, whoever the fuck, whatever the hell. So what I'm understanding is that they were supposed to kill me when I was like younger, like 7, 8, 9, whatever. They used to have a pool in their backyard, but then like nobody could handle it. They couldn't do it. So because they're a coven, and that was like their mission was to kill me because I wasn't one of them. This is so amazing. So, and I always had a pretty good time at those things because they had a dog, they had a collie that I really liked, and that was always a big deal if they had a dog, whoever's house you went to, because everyone seemed to have them except my fucking family. So I'd always be hanging out with the dog, and I loved the pool. I loved going in the swimming pools, and it would be a bunch of people going in the swimming pool. Mostly the kids. So apparently that was like the plan, for these barbecues to kill me, right? Amazing. But they actually did it on my 11th. I was almost 12. I was 11 years and 11 months old, and they grabbed me. And which one did it? The guy, the Jellin, the guy who was fucking like the mama's boy, right? Eddie Jellin. That's right. Amazing that I know this man's name right this moment. Well, we're kind of feeding it to you. I know, but it's just my Eddie Jellin, the fucking big baby Yui, who was like his mommy's favorite, and it was like a whole messed up thing. I remember thinking I was really young, and I would be like, these people are so fucking weird, man. These are my family, like holy shit. And I remember being very young, thinking that way, like whoa, they're all crazy, man. Drunk and just like fucking idiots, screaming and cackling, all the women sitting on all the men's laps, like rotating fucking boners or whatever the fuck was going on. That was definitely happening. I know it was, and I was young and I didn't know really what I was seeing, but I know what I was seeing now. But so go ahead, John, Dave, somebody, you guys take it for now. So Eddie Jellin just grabbed Lena from behind in a head. He said, "I'm going to do it." He was really drunk, and she was an older girl already, and big for her age. Lena, Zoftic girl at almost 12 years old. She was one of these early developers. So, but whatever, you know, she was already, in other words, like a 5 foot, like she grew to be 5'9", but she was like 5'6" already, and 130 pounds. That's not a little kid. So they waited till she was, that size. And he got her in a headlock, and he, like, cracked her neck and drowned her while the rest of the family waited, for it to be done. Yeah, yeah. Lou was there, Madeline, everybody. It was a very, nobody, it was just like, let's do this and get it over with. Come on. And they were all ready. They wrapped her in a tarp and they threw her in Haig's car because Haig was not involved in any way. And also Haig knew people in the police department, a lot of them. So he was like, the least he would not get in trouble no matter what happened. That was the thinking. Not that there was a hell of a lot of thinking going on in that bunch. This is Buster talking. Yeah. John's laughing. I can't believe I'm laughing at this. And so I'm dead with my neck broken like Laura Palmer, wrapped in plastic. You got it. And they brought you to the golf course, Lena. Just like Leland threw her in his golf bag, but this you are Laura Palmer. I'm sorry, honey. It's a bad joke. It's really unbelievable. Yeah, but it gets much better. They took you to the lake on the golf course, all right, in the middle of the night. And yeah, because it happened, it was already dark when they did it, because you remember, everybody would be swimming at night. It was a hot summer night. Yeah, it happened at night. Took you to the golf course in Haig's car. Two guys, Haig and your father. The two golfers. Golfing buddies, murder buddies, what's the difference? They took you to the biggest lake. At that time, that was the one that you always sat by with Girly and Scooter and the other dogs. And that dog of all dogs carried Devron on occasion. But mostly you went to that lake at the top of the hill that was down at the bottom of that hill. And you sat at the top of that hill with your dogs and you looked down into the water. Always you did that. For a long time, that was your lake. That's because that's the lake that they threw you in. There are other lakes, but you never felt compelled to sit at any of them the way you did there. Isn't that so? It was a beautiful spot. It was a magical, beautiful spot. Well, anyway, they went back to the barbecue, and everybody was kind of patting themselves on the back and saying how things were going to really be amazing now, because, this was the thing that the Lord Satan had promised them, that this was going to be a time of deliverance, and it would be great, and they wouldn't get caught, and it's going to be fine. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm all right. I mean, I feel like shortness of breath a little. You didn't feel a thing, Lena, because, you weren't there. God was watching. God was watching. He took you out of that situation. They did not have you at that point when he broke the neck. That's God. You're his baby doll, honey. But God had a few tricks up his sleeve. Because they got home from the barbecue, Madeline, Lou, and Dennis. Dennis was just, a little kid, but he knew what was going on. He understood that it had to be done. And Alan, of course, this was like his heyday. He couldn't believe this was happening. The amazing horror and the wonder of it all, and he was part of it. He was part of the big circle looking on, but still, one day, that would be him doing that kind of great thing. They got home from the barbecue, and who's fast asleep in her bed but Goldilocks herself? Lena. You want to talk about shitting your pants? Your father was terrified. He started screaming at your mother to take a knife and kill you. Just do it now. I don't care anymore. I'm not going through this again. I cannot fucking do this again. Now you have to do it. You have to kill her. And there was a tremendous uproar. So she did. She went to the kitchen and she grabbed a knife and she just started stabbing you. But wait a minute, you disappeared. she found that she was stabbing the blanket. And all of a sudden, Alan screamed because he said, shh, she's in the top bunk. Wait a minute. We didn't have bunk beds at then. Wait a minute. I'm not finished telling my story because this happened to you when you were 9 years and 9 months old, not when you were 11 and 11 months old. That was another time, and we'll talk about that one later. So they did this to me when I was 9, and you were still a big kid, don't get me wrong. I just embellished the story a little because you have to realize they did this to you every year of your life. Every year of your life until you met up with John in 2000, finally 2014 was they couldn't get at you anymore. It was not possible. But up until that last night that you saw them at Joe's restaurant, that was supposed to be one of those times too. You know, do I need to know how they were planning to do these things? You don't need to know it, but visions might come back to you and it will reveal itself, but it won't happen until you're ready. But yeah, you already know that they tried to kill you as an infant in many ways. The shaking, all that stuff. The drowning was always a popular try. It seemed like it was the easiest for them, but so that was like their favorite thing to do. Well, I don't know, Lena. I don't know what their favorite. We don't know, but they have to know that they are seen. Everything has been seen, so that when they get the severity of their, who cares what they care about? It just, it's being done to show them that they didn't get away with it. And God forbid they think they're going to do anything else right now. I don't know how they think. What do you mean by that? Nothing. They can't do anything to you. It's obvious, right? They tried to kill you and kill you. So what happened after she's stabbing the thing? And I was in the top bunk. They just kind of like filtered out of the room. What are they going to do? Keep, it was mind-blowing. And so they asked, they prayed to their God, why are you doing this? And why, why is this happening? And he just laughed. He just laughed. Satan doesn't get upset. He's like, all right, well, what's the matter, guys? Are you upset about something now? I'm your God, so here's, I don't give a shit. I can't do anything about this, guys. Really? Yeah. We are not afraid of Satan. Is a joker. He's a joker. And the funniest thing is, he knows he's a fucking joker, Lena. So who is Satan? Satan is someone they created. Is somebody they created, and they're not gods, so they can't create anybody. So whatever they create is going to be like really stupid, right? But does Satan look like anybody? He looks like Matthew. Really? Yeah. Matthew Gandolfo, yeah. No, Matthew Otremba. No, Matthew Otremba looks like a gargoyle from hell. Matthew Gandolfo, yeah, he looks like Satan. He does. Remember he played Satan? You saw him in that play? Yeah. Is this some kind of joke or something? No, but he's not a bad guy, is what I'm saying. So yeah, he comes up. Does he? Yeah, because he... It's great when he comes up. So he tells us all the dirt, what they're doing down there. Are you kidding? He doesn't want to fuck with anybody. He's like, he's happy to be created. He was, guess created by God, right? Because God's children created him. So it's like, he's just like a regular guy, really. And, he's just, he doesn't really hand down sentences. So really, it's God. Satan comes back up and says to God, what do you want to fuck? What do you want me to do with this motherfucking guy? Do you hear this, Chris? Do you get what they're saying here? It's hilarious. So then, but is it hilarious? I don't know, because God, He doesn't tell us what He's gonna do with them. He doesn't tell us what He's gonna do with them. It's none of our business to clutter our brains with that. My hair looks terrible. Nah, it looks great. You look like a pinhead. I do. I feel like one. How did I get my face so far onto this camera? It looks terrible. Shut up. You got to let that hair grow again, girl. Yeah, who do you think you are? Like, not Dorothy Hamill. Who's the other one? Oh, I know what you're going to say. Fucking Sandy Dent. Not Sandy Denny. The one-eyed one from Sandy Duncan. Oh, no. Who was Mary Martin playing Peter Pan? Look at my short haircut. Lena, you're doing so much better. You're not even upset that your parents killed you. No. It doesn't surprise me at all. It does not surprise me at all. They're fucking sick. I've always known it. The whole family was sick. I've always known it. And I even started having really my doubts about Dante Hani too, because, when I talked to her, one of our last conversations when she was still pretty lucid, and I said, my mother is so hard to deal with. It's like, I wish I got along with her the way you and Joanne get along. It's so terrible. Our relationship is so shitty. And she just like didn't offer anything. She just was like, you have to respect your mother. And I was just like, she's supposed to love me so much, but now she comes at me like that. Like, and I didn't stop loving her, but maybe a little bit I did when that was the reaction that I got that. And then, she went downhill then, whatever, not too soon after that. But what are you going to do? I did love my aunts. I loved my Aunt Mildred and I loved my Dante Hani. So, I don't know. But if they were insincere to me, and that's the thing, they were always lying to you. They were acting. It was never love. It was never love. It was such an act. Right. Okay, so I see that now. At least they bothered acting. My parents didn't. My own fucking parents didn't. They were hateful, and so was all of them. Nasties. All right, time for a break, okay? Sounds good. Johnny, hey. You remembered I'm here. Yes, I did remember that. I just feel like we're listening together, and I feel that if you had something to say, you would say something. Well, I do have something to say. What do you have to say? Oh, I love you. I love you too. Ooh, so there you go. So there you go, you big murderer. What is the story here? Yeah. Lena, I worried so much about you I've worried so much about this moment, just telling you these horrible things. Yeah, I'm worried about me too. I really am. But as long as we're all safe and everything's cool and stuff, I just, I can't wait. I just want all good things now. Everything's going to be great. Promise, okay? Yeah. David Joe. Yeah. I'm very good at what I do. I'll admit it. You are. You're excellent. Thank you, David Joe. We love you. I love you guys too. You hate Mara, though. We don't hate Mara. I understand. But you're going to get her picture up too. Yes. As soon as I can think straight. I'm sorry. I'm not making excuses. I'm just, what are you, Richie, what is it? Barbara's not my twin flame. Is she not? No, she is. What? Yeah, she is. She's great. She's wonderful. I love her. All right, that's good. Yeah, yeah, it's all good. It's nice. What are you doing? Nothing. I'm just trying to tell you that I'm a devil worshiper. Did you put him up to? Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. That's it.